Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope all of you are doing well. Today I bring you the Ultimate Horizon Guide. I've been playing her for the past I think game has been out for 2-3 weeks. She is amazing, crazy movement abilities, never seen before at Apex. It's so cool. And initially I thought like, what can you do with a gravity lift that just sends you up? And and a black hole. Well, a black hole will still sounded cool, but what was a gravity lift? How much can it help you with the game? But it actually turned out to be crazy amazing, and I have gathered a bunch of tips. There's a bunch of them written down right now. I don't know how many they are, but in the title, I would definitely have added them so you would know how many of them there are. Without wasting any more time, let's get straight into it. We'll go as usually we'll go with the passive, the tactical, and then the ultimate. Majority of the tips right now are for the tactical, and it's all beginner and pro tips mixed up. Let's talk about the passive first. I've got two tips for it. So if you're a Horizon main, which I have become, this is probably the first character that I have actually wanted to main. If you're a Horizon main, you will pretty much not notice how the passive is working. If you're jumping off of high buildings, coming down from a balloon, or just jumping off from a place where if you hit the ground you'll get the slow. It doesn't happen. As you guys must know and have read, it does not happen. So after a while you just stop noticing it unless you go and play another character and you just realize boom, oh, you just slow down. So it's so good that you definitely don't notice. A small trick that you can do is just hit your crouch button as soon as you hit. So you go into an automatic slide because you do not stop. So you're able to slide, and if you go into slide, you just get an extra boost of momentum. So that is a good, neat trick. Also, what your passive lets you do is lets you maneuver in midair. So if you are jumping straight down, all of the legends, any other legend cannot just strafe in midair, but Horizon can. And also, when you're using the gravity lift, Horizon can strafe in midair. And also, I believe the strafe that she does on the gravity lift is faster than the strafe that she does on ground. So I'm not 100% sure. I've tried it out and I feel this is the difference. I've not tried and seen any speed numbers on how or distance numbers on how much she moves, but I believe this is true. So do try this out and let me know if this actually works and is true. Alright guys, that is all for the passive. If I have missed out anything or if you guys have figured out any tips, please put it down in the comments so all of the players in the Apex community can know and have a great time playing with Horizon. And let's move on to the tactical. So the tactical is insanely powerful. It's an insanely powerful upwards movement ability. You can quickly take high ground, you can quickly change positions, you can scout where your enemies are, and you can just jump on them from where they do not. So let me tell you a few of the tips or a few of scenarios or situations in which you can use this tactical and just outplay your enemy like never before. And when I say never before, I mean never before because this ability gives you an upwards movement which was not there in Apex. Like Pathfinder had kind of a free movement, but again he was restricted because of the gravitational force. He would come down, so their slingshots would also be like an arc that goes up and comes down, and you don't really stay up for long. It's a very fast movement. Even Octane is like a jump pad. It allowed you, but it wasn't that good really. You could actually shoot people when they're on the jump pad. You know when they're on the jump pad. It doesn't give you that much freedom. You are set on a clear trajectory, but this ability brings an upwards movement to Apex that was never there before. So first thing you can do is you can scout using the tactical. You can just throw it down, go high up. It goes really high up. I don't know in terms of numbers or building floors or anything, but it goes really high up and you can see far away distances. If you have a high resolution monitor, that'll help you much better to spot smaller targets at much further distances. That's the first way you can use your tactical. Then obviously you can surprise your enemies, especially in close range gunfights. If you're like moving around cover, you could, and someone's let's say chasing you or moving around you, you could just pop your ultimate, pop your tactical, put it down on your feet, jump over cover, and they'll just be surprised on where you went. Or you can throw it at their feet, throw them up. It actually works quite a bit well if you do it. If you just learn how what's the throw distance on it, that's not going to take you a lot of time. And then just quickly aim and throw it there at their feet. They'll just go flying off, which will give you a chance to either escape or you can also beam them in midair because they won't be able to strafe, and they are anyways surprised that that just happened. It's a shock to them, especially if you do it inside a building. It's a shock to them, and you might outplay them easily. The next way you can use this is you can just pop your tactical. You can go up, and this is in a gunfight. I'm saying, pop your tactical, go up. You see, you can take some shots at the enemies. You can strafe. Then when they start shooting at you, you can just come down, take another angle, shoot at them, jump on the tactical again, go up and shoot at them. And you, if you do it right or do it quickly enough, you will pretty much be able to do this 2 to 3 times easily. Go up, shoot, come down, shoot, go up, shoot, come down, shoot, because the tactical stays on for 10 seconds, and then there's another 5 seconds before you get your next tactical. So it's really powerful. Earlier we could only jiggle peek to left or right of a cover and then shoot, but now we can go up, left, and right. So we have 3 points from which we can peek at our enemies. So definitely use that powerful. And also going up and strafing to fight allows your team to get multiple angles. So your team, if we are around a similar piece of cover or some building, two of your teammates can take the right and left, and you can take the top. So that allows you to get 3 points of view to shoot at your enemies, where they might only have two. Plus, if they don't have a cover from top, they are extremely pressurized by you because they cannot escape you. And if they get out of the cover, your teammates will be able to shoot them. So that's a very deadly situation for an enemy team to be. This is a kind of a way you can escape third parties. I've done this a couple of times. May not work all the time. So if you're, say, getting pinched, so you're in the middle, you're fighting a team, you're quite close to them, and then another team pushes from behind you. Now, overall, the distance is not a lot. Like, they're not hitting you from long range, so you're about to get pinched and you're about to die. What you can do is you can pop your tactical, jump up and over either a piece of cover, and then run behind one team or just jump behind one of the teams. What will make this do is the team you jump over, now that team is being sandwiched. So the other team that was pushing in, or the team that you were fighting, and those two teams are now going to fight each other. So you get a chance to heal up, ammo up, and just come back and third party once all the players are weak. Now, next step I want to say is keep using it in close range. It's so powerful to use in close range because when people are running, it's mainly RNG. When you're in a close range fight, it's mainly RNG, who has better movement, who can strafe a little bit better. It's all the minute details. And this tactical just out of nowhere lets you jump instantly up and gain height. This is like Pathfinder's advanced jump guide where you can just grapple and go straight, shoot straight up. It surprises your enemies, and this allows you to do that, but you don't need any special skills to do it. So just pop it, jump up, jump around cover, jump around some boxes, move around, throw it at your enemies, and it has a 15-second cooldown. So it's very powerful in that way that you can keep popping it, you can pretty much keep spamming it. So do it, and this gives you a great advantage in close range gunfights. You're just getting shot at, just pop it, go up. They won't be able to shoot you. It's difficult to shoot someone who's going up, but Horizon has kind of pinpoint accuracy when she's going up. If you practice a little, you'll actually be able to hit a lot of shots when you as Horizon are going up and you're shooting at an enemy who's down. You can also use it to peek at higher ranges. Say an enemy team is onto a building, you can just pop your ult, you can peek up, you can take some shots, come down, you can peek up again, take some shots, come down. Though the second time you peek up, the enemy team will know that you're coming, but they won't know when you're coming. And by the time you're distracting them, the rest of your team can go in, maybe smoke, maybe wraith portal in, or caustic gas in, or however they want to attack, and they can come in from inside the building from another angle where the enemy team does not expect them because they are hoping that everyone will come from this angle or what. And if you have a Pathfinder zip, you can zip up from another angle when your enemy team is distracted and also damaged, so the rest of the team can actually take them out. So that is another way you can use it efficiently. Then, as I said, one of the most efficient way of using it is jump up and around cover. So let's say you're strafing behind a piece of cover and fighting an enemy. What you can do is you can pop your ult. And let's say you've done enough damage after that. You can pop your tactical, just jump over and if you go high enough, you can go forward behind them. And they're actually not expecting. If you do it quickly, they don't really expect. I have had very few instances where an enemy actually tracked me going behind them and turning around. They have a little bit idea, but they're too late generally to do it. So it's very powerful. You can just go behind them because you have done enough damage. Use a shotgun, R99, Volt, hip fire, and finish them off. It's very effective. I've done it so many times. It's pretty much the number one tip that you can do with your, or number one way you can use your tactical in. Now, let's say in case this is a similar situation going on where there's a piece of cover and you and your enemy is strafing and peeking and poking around that piece of cover instead of going up and behind them in a scenario where you have not done enough damage and it becomes an RNG of who hits more shots. What you can do is you can use your tactical and jump to another piece of cover, say to the side, where you have a better field of view to shoot at your enemy, and that they will not expect again. And you can do some damage, and then you can easily push because you have done a ton of damage and finish them off with a wingman, shotgun, or R99. Another useful way of using the tactical is you can just while traveling. While traveling, a lot of times there's like big buildings or big structures. Even on Olympus, which is such an open map, there's still like big walls from time to time in front of you, uh, which you have to actually go around. But if you use Horizon's ability, you can actually go over them and save all the time that you're going around. So it does help you travel a lot faster. Another way you can use this is a lot of times if you pop your tactical, say near a tree or near a structure, where at the bottom you might not have enough cover, but if you go up top, you might actually go into a small corner where like probably some structure up there in which you can hide inside and you can actually stay safe if you have been taking a lot of damage. The In a gunfight, a lot of times, even if you see a gravity lift, you generally don't tend to look up if you feel like it's been there for a while and someone might have already used and changed positions. And a lot of times I have also seen this, like not everyone, if it's in the middle of a gunfight, is looking up and trying to find if someone's up there. Well, it might happen as the game moves along and as people get more used to how a gravity lift functions, but right now that doesn't happen. So you can also use this to quickly pop it up and pop a sheet battery, because this stays for 10 seconds, and if you're lucky enough and you get cover or the other team is busy, you can also pop a Phoenix kit, but I wouldn't recommend it because it takes a lot more time. So the best way to use this ability is around structures, because especially it allows you upward momentum. You can peek over covers. What it also allows is if somebody's chasing you, they have to go around a piece of cover or piece of structure, where you can go over and get a better advantage of movement and position and all around it. So the best way to use this is around a piece of structure or buildings or any boxes, covers, or anything. So just keep that in mind. Also, if you pop it and if you notice that if you're trying to run into it, there's slight and inward pull towards the gravity lift on your character, and then it sends it up. So, well, that's not that much of a problem or anything, but if you want to do an instant jump and not throw it ahead and jump, what you can do is quickly look down and then throw your tactical at your feet. It will give you an instant jump. So before anyone else sees the gravity lift come, you actually are already in air. So that is quick way to do it, and it's much efficient. Just throw it at your feet, go up instantly, and quickly change positions. So definitely do that. Then you can also use this to block a raid portal, which is very effective because if someone instantly comes out, they are sent into the air. They don't know what's happening, and you might have a chance to shoot them. And that if all of them come together, they're all sent in the air. You have a chance to shoot them. What you do is, of course, you can block doors with it. You can also block doors with your alt. There's a couple of alt tips on how to use the alt. We'll get to it. Just a little more tactical tips left. So you can block doors. Also, what you can do is you can get out of the black hole. So let's say you popped a black hole, and generally a lot of times another Horizon might panic and pop their black hole also. So if by any chance you see like you are going to get stuck in that black hole, just throw the tactical at your feet, and you'll go straight up, and that helps you escape the black hole. That's one of the abilities other than Wraith's Phase, Octane's Stim, and Pathfinder's Grappa that helps you escape the black hole. So definitely just don't panic, throw the tactical at your feet, and you'll be shot up, and then you can just then you're out of the range of the black hole, so you can just strafe off and be safe. Then what else you can do is you can actually dodge a bang ult. So the bang ult, first the missiles hit the ground and then they explode. So when they have hit the ground, you can actually just throw down your tactical, go up and wait for them to explode. And now that the time to explode has reduced, it's much quicker, so you can actually, it's much more possible to throw your tactical, go up and wait till the bang ult has gone. I'm not sure if you can also dodge a Gibby ult using that. I have not tried it yet because I'm not crazy enough to walk into a Gibby ult just to try this. So do try it and let me know if this worked for you and if you can dodge a Gibby ult. And I guess, guys, that's it for all the tactical. Now I have about 3-4 tips more for how to use the ultimate. So let's get over it quickly. Now, one of the ways I said earlier is you can definitely block doors if you're panicking, and if you're, say, one or two teammates down and somebody's trying to push, you can actually throw the black hole ult at a door from which you expect your enemies to come in. That will block. You can also just throw your tactical, or you can throw both of them if you're panicking a lot. So just throw them, try and res both of your teammates up, because no one would really be pushing through a black hole. And even if they do, just pop a grenade. Because the movement is so slow in the black hole, they'll just get stuck and explode up. So yeah, do that. Other than that, it's a very powerful repositioning tool. It has very similar use cases to let's say the caustic ult or the bang ult, that you throw it in a position and no one wants to get into it. So you can do that. If you can also use it as if someone is pushing you, say, from one path or coming down a slope. It's not, say, very wide. There are a lot of pathways and all through which people can push a big gate. So you can just throw it there and they won't push you through that. So you get a little bit of time to change position, get better position, maybe loot if you need, heal up, or revive your teammates, and then get ready to fight and have a much better chance of winning. So that's what you can do. Well, obviously you see it, you can just suck people into it, throw grenades. So always try to throw a grenade into the center of the black hole, because especially the initial force that it pulls people in with is not higher than normal, but people are not expecting generally. They are, a lot of times when the black hole just pops, if the enemy player doesn't know it's going to pop, they are not going to be ready to run away. So they'll actually just get sucked in if they are not already in opposite direction momentum. So that split second that they are sucked in is enough to take them out with the grenades. Definitely do that. You can suck people out of cover. If they are healing, you can, as you know, that you can go up and take shots at them. What you can also do is you can just suck them out of cover and take shots at them. And the last tip that I have noticed myself while playing is that use your tactical and ultimate together to get maximum distance on your ult. So pop your tactical, go high, and if you, the higher you go, the longer distance you can throw your ult. So say if you are having in a long range gunfight and you've done quite a bit of damage, and you want to throw your ult, but from the ground it won't reach, so you can pop your tactical, go high, throw it further away, and because you are on your tactical gravity lift, it will also allow you to throw yourself much more ahead. Yeah, it doesn't work like a jump pad, it doesn't give you like horizontal momentum, but the higher you go, the further you can go after that. So use the tactical and ultimate together. Alright guys, that was all the tips for Horizon that I have found after playing her for about 2 to 3 weeks now. So I hope this video was helpful in any way. I hope you guys have a much better idea on how to use her abilities and outplay your enemies. Just if you see me, don't outplay me, please. Alright, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, if you found this helpful, do leave a like, it helps me out a lot. Do put any more tips or any thoughts you guys have about these videos down in the comment section. I would love to have a conversation with you guys about anything you have in mind. And as always, a huge thanks for watching this video. And if you want to watch more such videos, do hit that sub button. More guides coming up, more leaks and stuff on Apex Legends coming up. So definitely subscribe for all that beautiful content. And as always, huge thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay awesome.